What's up, chickadee? So tonight we're going to take the Emo Fairy. This is our brand new stamp set, Emo Fairy. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we switched stamp manufacturers. And let me tell you, these new stamps, the quality is freaking amazing. They stamp so much better out of the package. They, yeah, they're great. The lines are super crispy and clear. Loving it. Look at that. Amazing. I'm just like in awe. I love it. I'm gonna stamp her one more time just so that the lines are dark enough that y'all can see them. But I am stamping in desert sand because I want to do her kind of a no lines feel. Today I started coloring for a birthday card catalog that I have that has everybody's like family and friends' birthday. So I colored this little Marilyn, and I had most of this girl colored, but I colored the background on her and made her light up. Her little vanity lights up, which I think is awesome. So I did that. So now I want to color her for a birthday card. Hello! I was just showing the little Marilyn that you helped me pick colors on. Miss Lee. Okay, y'all, Lee got me a Yeti today. It's a Squishmallow Yeti. And holy crap, the amount of love that I am in is almost embarrassing to admit, but it is literally the cutest Squishmallow I have ever seen in my whole life. And freaking love it, man. Love it. It is literally, it's sitting on my lap right now. Yes, and this girl is also gonna be pink. So I'm gonna zoom in a bit. So I'm gonna start by coloring her skin. Now I know Sandy has colored her, and Sandy colored her with a darker skin tone. I'm going lighter for no other reason than to just show you guys the difference. So again, part of why I'm coloring this no line is because I want to go lighter. I love no lines. Sandy doesn't necessarily love no lines. She likes how it comes out, but she doesn't like doing it. And she prefers to have the bright black. I know I said bright, but that's how it is. The vibrant, how about that? Vibrant black, kind of cartoon lines. So, and you'll have to forgive me because the Annies that I've been coloring today were all stamped a long time ago on Express-It paper. I know, right? Christmas nails. I know, Squishmallows are the freaking best. Like, whoever created Squishmallows, like, somebody's got to take that woman out and buy her a drink or something, because you know it was a woman, right? Had to be. Now I really want to know. But anyways, the paper I've been coloring on literally all day is Express-It paper. And Express-It paper functions very different than Sweet Sentiment paper. So it is exceedingly hard to flip-flop between the two. It's kind of like the difference between coloring on your sidewalk with sidewalk chalk and then coming in the house and watercoloring. Like, it's just a very different thing. Plus, this image is from Sandy, and the other images are from, what are Squishmallow, like a marshmallow. It's a Squishmallow. They're the best pillows in the history of forever, and you should have them made. You should have cherrykins made into Squishmallows, or vice versa. They are so soft and so amazing, and if I could fit my little Yeti on the screen, I would. But maybe I'll take a picture of them. So anyways, our paper functions way different than the Express It paper, because Express It is coated on the outside. So it's essentially like laminated, where our paper is not. It's coated on the inside. So I'm staining the paper fibers. So it makes a big difference in the way you color. So I'm trying really hard to switch back to my Sweet Sentiment brain after coloring on Express It all day, like literally all day. And let me tell you, after coloring on Express It all day, like, I used to be an Express It snob. That was the only paper I would color on. And now I'm like, ugh, this stuff's really difficult to color on. So it's definitely not my paper of choice anymore, that's for sure. And it's really expensive. So I'm just laying in the shadows. This Sweet Sentiment paper, this tonight that I'm coloring on, is Purple Label. Hey, Tammy, what's up? This is the Purple Label paper, and it's, oh, I love it. We have Teal Label paper in stock right now, but I haven't really got to color a lot on it because I had opened a pack of Purple Label. But I know that the next Teal Label paper we get is actually much thicker. They actually did not make the caliper of this one as thick as I wanted. So the next one will be much thicker. Dex shapes will be coming. There will be more. Don't you color with Olo, Lee? I thought you still colored. I thought you just color with Olo. Kind of the same thing. It's still a alcohol marker. Anyways, and thank you for helping me with Disney Dreamlight Valley. I literally have no idea why. So I'm doing this quest in Disney Dreamlight Valley, and Ursula is supposed to give you a flower to plant outside of a cave. And I don't have a flower in my inventory. And it's making me really upset and very frustrated. And so Lee is using her internet sleuth powers because she is Switch game guru. And she is helping me figure out what the heck is going on. Oh my gosh, Tiffany, it's amazing. Lee got it for me for my birthday like 2 years ago when it first came out. And I freaking love it. And I don't know why, but I took a hiatus from it for a while, mainly because I was just traveling so much and I was busy, and Sandy doesn't play it. But I love it so much because it gives you like quests to do. It gives you things to do. So unlike Animal Crossing, where once you've kind of done the thing, you've done the thing, And so you kind of make up your own quests, like, oh, now I'm still addicted to Animal Crossing. Don't get yourself twisted. I'm still addicted. Don't let that go anywhere. Animal Crossing, when you're done, you're kind of done, right? So I'm on the quest now of collecting all the villager photos. So I'm working on that. But it becomes a little tedious after time. So Disney Dreamlight Valley, as of thus far, gives you quests to do and things that keep you occupied. And some of them are a little bit difficult to figure out, which I rather enjoy. But I believe that on this particular quest, I have a glitch. And so that's what's making it so difficult. I know. I really want the Rift in Time. So tell me what's different with the Rift in Time. It's, multiplayer, right? I know that underneath the Christmas tree I have the Harry Potter game. Because Santa got it for me. Not gonna lie. I love Don't Starve. I haven't played that in years. And I have never played Don't Starve together. I've only just ever played Don't Starve. Margarita Foster got me hooked on that game. And I think the furthest I could ever make it was like 180 days. And then the wolf dogs came and got me or whatever. New characters, new biomes, new map, new quests. Into next year, more updates. Oh, Lee, am I going to have to buy that too? So is it a completely different game, or is it an addition to Dreamlight Valley? I need to know all the details. I've been out of the Switch world for a little while because traveling and all of that stuff. And then we have a bunch of new things coming to Sweet Sentiment. So we've been working real hard. And then, I don't know if you guys know this, but like our classes and stuff for the expos and everything next year all have to be turned in. Like I had to turn it in yesterday. So, part of the same game, but expanded big time. I know, Tiffany, we really are. Okay, Lee, you're gonna have to send me update details. Is it super expensive? I've been having a really hard time mentally with how expensive things are right now. It's kind of killing me. I was like in tears yesterday because of how expensive Christmas and stuff is. Not like gifts and things, but like we're having Christmas dinner at our house and like food and everything is just so freaking expensive. And I just wanted to like completely cry. I forgot her hand. And find some of the videos on Eternity Isle, the new stuff, and just watch. Okay, I will watch that tonight. Because I have nothing to watch. I really just want to catch up on all of my old quests. That's what I started doing, was going through all of the old quests that I have just sitting there. And I realized that there's a quest sitting there with Vanellope. Like, how did I not know this? So I really, really, really want to get Vanellope. Because y'all know she's my favorite. But I really like these games because I can play them on the airplane. And I don't really sleep on the airplane. Sandy can sleep on the airplane, but I am not an airplane sleeper. Sometimes I can doze off if I'm in a window seat, because then I can lean against the wall. But other than that, I cannot. So Lee, would you akin this expansion to like when you go to work on Animal Crossing? Like you go to another island? Is it kind of like the same thing? Like you still have your island, or your Disney Dreamlight, but then it expands? You guys were totally geeking out and talking all the video games, but I mean, Tiffany and Lee and I are all video game nerds, so. And it's Christmas. My son got out of school today for Christmas vacation. Super excited about that. If you were at an expo this year and you signed up for our email, we're finishing up entering all of those email addresses. It's kind of like, but so much bigger. Yeah. Huge. Huge. I like the word huger. It's so much huger. That's a good word. I love this little Emo Fairy. She pairs perfectly with the wine I was drinking earlier tonight because it's a little bit sour, but it's got a kind of a sweet finish to it. I feel like that was the greatest wine to pair with this, because I feel like she too is a little bit sour. But when we color her dress pink, she's going to have a little bit of a sweet finish to her. And then here's the thing, play it at your own pace. Enjoy it when you can, no hurry. See, and that's what I'm doing with the first one, because I really want to enjoy it. I feel like I played Animal Crossing too fast. And yes, I haven't done a whole lot with the expansion, like the going to work thing. I haven't done a ton with that. I mean, I've done, 8 or 10 of them. But I feel like the game overall, I played too fast. I was in a hurry because I wanted all the things. I think I learned my lesson. I'm going to give her a little smirk because I think it's cute. So with Dreamlight, I mean, yes, I want to do the quests, but I'm also like not rushing through everything until I saw there was Vanellope, and then I'm like, I want to hurry up and finish these quests because I want to get to Vanellope. But I know that my big sister Lee will always be there to help me with all of these quests, because sometimes I just get lost, and I know she's way ahead of me on all this. So she's always willing to help. So when I get super lost, I always just ask her. Like Ursula. I got so lost on the Ursula quest. Tiffany, you should be playing Dreamlight Valley though. For real. I mean, we're about the same age, so Disney is super magical for you too, yeah? Feel like it should be a game that you have. Lee, are you getting the Harry Potter game, or did you get the Harry Potter game, or are you going to get the Harry Potter game? I love it when y'all are here talking to me. It makes me feel special. Gosh, you guys, this little fairy is so freaking cute. I just love her. I have so many, and then all the other things I had to forego that one. Tiana is your favorite. The handheld princess games when I was a kid. I'm thinking Tiana is your favorite, not only because of her skin color, but also because she cooks. Right? Because she's all about her own restaurant, and I could see you being all about your own restaurant. The witches? Exactly. Had to forgo that one. So I was told, Lee, and you're gonna hate me for this, but I was told you cannot forgo the Harry Potter game. That it is like such an immersive experience that it is super duper incredible. But like I said, I'm getting it for Christmas, so I'll let you know. But Sandy's husband Dale played it on the computer because he's a computer gamer, and he was like, oh my gosh, this game is worth every stinking penny. It is so cool. And I was like, oh, don't tell me that. All right. There's our sweet little girl. Which witches do you like? There's a lot of witches. I hate to say it to you. All right. So her hair. She has these adorable little braids or dreads or whatever you want to call them. I think when I color her as a black girl, they become braids. But I think when I color her as a white girl, they become dreads. Not real sure why that happens, but that's what happens. Cruella, Ursula, Evil Queen. Oh, you're a villain kind of girl. You and Sandy. Sandy loves the villains. There's a couple villains that I really like. But it's weird for me to like the villains because, like, I always think, like, I like Scar. I like the character Scar. I just like, I don't know why. But then I'm like, oh, he's a murderer. He's totally a murderer. Why do I like him? So I have a hard time with it. And then, I like, who else? What's another villain? You are all about Belle. I love Belle. And I freaking loved the live action Beauty and the Beast. Her hair looks a little wild right now, I'm not gonna lie. Just the female villains. It's all you're interested in. But, like, the queen wants to kill Snow White. Wants her heart in a box. You're okay with that? You're cool with that? We're all discussing the merits. I gotta run. I got a family lunch tomorrow at James's folks. Love you, Squishy Dreams. Thank you, big sister. I know, isn't it great? Let me know if you figure out anything about Ursula giving me the flower, because I'm really stumped on that one. So, Tiffany, you have to go back on my Facebook. Tammy, if you're still here, you will really love this as well. I posted the other day a meme or little reel from this guy talking about how we're the Disney generation and how we were raised on Disney villains and, you know, all this stuff, and how our life is Disney and how nobody will understand. And I feel like you guys would really identify with that. So, you should totally watch it. Hey, Linda's here. You crack me up. I know, isn't it great? The best villain is the one from Sword in the Stone, Miss Mim, because she makes herself into all the different things. Yeah, I was for real a Disney kid. It's all about how we're Disney adults now. How we were Disney kids, but we're Disney adults now. And what that means. And why nobody will get it. Except for our generation. Because we were in, like, the golden era of Disney. You know, Lion King and Aladdin. And, you know, we had the Disney Movie Club. And we were all about, like, the VHS tapes where you can watch your Disney and yeah. I had every Disney VHS. And I believe my mother still has her spring break. I think. Yeah, well, see, yeah. We went to Disney World for my birthday this year because we happened to be in Florida at a show at the time. And so Sandy was like, she had been planning it for a long time. And so Tyler and Cameron and Sandy took me to Disney World for my birthday. And we went to Magic Kingdom. And oh my gosh, y'all, I was worse than the kids. I had to find the perfect ears. Took me like literally all day to find the perfect ears. But I did. And then Cameron was like, you can't just have anybody write on your happy birthday button. It has to be somebody with really good handwriting. So I had to like find the perfect person. Milligan. Merry Christmas Eve to you too. I got the ones with the Palmaria flowers on them. Milligan, I was just thinking about you for something. Oh, that Wizard of Oz set. I have to get you in touch with B for that Wizard of Oz set. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this little girl. She's so freaking cute. Okay, so now we're going to pull the pink blend. And I know she is cute. Sandy knocks it out of the park again. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with her wings yet, but we're for sure coloring her dress. Let's color. Because like I said, we've been coloring her all very dark. And I want her to be like a little bit sweet. Also, she's not sitting in a super ladylike position, is she? Do you remember that movie City of Angels? She reminds me, or when I think of this, I think of, you know when they're sitting like above the city, on top of the like, where you can see the signs, like the high rises and stuff. Oh, okay. She made like a D-Stash album on her page, and she had them on there. But if you got them off CCD, that's fine. Christine from CCD is awesome. So I imagine her sitting on top of the high rises, like in that movie, or sitting on the billboards. Y'all, I love coloring pleats. It makes me so wicked happy. So don't mind if I geek out a little bit and add a bunch of pleats to this. Is everybody ready for Christmas? I am. I finished making my last Christmas gift today. I mean, I have another Christmas gift that I'm working on, but it's purely like a something extra. It's not necessarily like a Christmas gift per se. So I'm not too worried about it. Do with stamps you colored. They were so cute. They are for a birthday card for my sister. Her birthday is December 26th. So they were for a birthday card for her. That card that you saw, Michelle, had so much masking. Oh my goodness. I mean, I literally masked off every character. And then, Michelle, do you listen to the podcast Morbid? Tiffany, do you listen to the podcast Morbid? If you guys don't, you need to. It's these two girls. One's in her 30s, one's in her 20s. It's an aunt and a niece. It's a home. I might have a picture where I like showed Sandy, so I might be able to send you a picture in Messenger. Anyways, so there's this podcast called Morbid, and it's these two girls. It's an aunt and a niece, and they talk about all these different true crime cases. And it's fascinating. I love them because they're a little bit flippant and they're funny. They're a tiny bit liberal for my taste, but that's okay. They're not rude. Like, they have the proper amount of respect. And if you're offended by the F-bomb, don't listen to them because they drop a lot of F-bombs. But they use humor to cope. They have like very dark humor, which we all know is relatable. They talked about the Wizard of Oz the other day on a podcast. Now, mind you, I'm going back like from the beginning, and so like they're on episode like 500 and something now, and I'm on episode like 180 something. So, you know, whatevs. I've listened to all of the current ones, but then like I went back through to sort of start over from the beginning. But anyways, so they were talking about the Wizard of Oz, and they were talking about all of the crazy stuff that happened in the making of that movie. And, oh, my sweet Lord. What's dark humor? I don't know. Don't know what you're talking about. You know, the kind of humor we have. So anyways, listen to Morbid. It's pretty incredible. But they were talking about the Wizard of Oz and all the crazy stuff that happened on that show, you know, to make the movie, and how one of the actors almost died. He was put on an iron lung for like a long time. I don't know, almost like 2 weeks, I think. And, yeah, it's wild. It was a wild ride. And I was listening to that. I didn't even plan it this way. It just happened. But I was listening to that as I was coloring that Wizard of Oz card, which was kind of funny. Yeah, the poor Tin Man, he went through some things. The one that's in the movie is actually the second Tin Man. Well, technically the third. Because the first Tin Man was actually cast as the Scarecrow. And then him and the dude that's a Scarecrow said that they wanted to switch because they thought that he would make a better Scarecrow. And I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. I know I'm a terrible person. So they switched. And then when they started doing like the makeup and stuff for him, yeah, he ended up in the hospital because they were using, I want to say it was aluminum powder to make his skin look shiny. And over like clown makeup, over like white clown makeup. So obviously it all went, thank you, Ray Bolger. And it all went into his lungs, and then his lungs were essentially, you know, covered in aluminum, and he couldn't breathe, and he was super sick. And so he went to the hospital, and then the producer was like, dude, you need to get back to work. And the hospital's like, dude, he's on an iron lung. He can't breathe on his own. And he's like, I don't care. He needs to get back to work. And long story short, he never got back to work. So the other guy had a contract. The guy who is in the movie had a contract. There's her pink dress, you guys. That said that MGM could cast him as literally anything they wanted to. Literally anything. And so they called him, and they were like, hi, you're gonna be the new Tin Man. And so he didn't know what happened to the first guy. And so he was like, okay. And then he came in, and they had changed the makeup from powder to like a paste so that it didn't go into his lungs directly. So crazy. Jack Haley, that's right. Yep. And so, and then they have, I don't know, the podcast is amazing, but that one is very different than what they normally do, but they were doing it as like a Christmas special because the girls generally watch Wizard of Oz at Christmas with their family. And they were talking about like how cursed it was and what happened to the horrible, horrible things that happened to the lady that's the Wicked Witch. Oh my God. Terrible things happened to her. I mean, she literally had 3rd-degree burns on her hands. The skin was peeling off of her hands, and because of the type of paint that they used to make the copper to make the green skin, they had to use alcohol to take that makeup off of her skin before they took her to the hospital. So could you imagine having your flesh peeling off of your hands and then dumping alcohol? She said it was like the most painful thing she's ever endured. And then poor Dorothy, they starved her to death. She lived on soup and 12 cigarettes. And one other thing, I think soda. Because they told her she was too big because she was 19 and the original Dorothy is supposed to be 12. So they told her essentially she was too fat to be Dorothy. And they also told her that she had too big of boobs. And so they strapped them down. She couldn't breathe. I couldn't imagine. So yeah, super fun things that happened there. Yay, Wizard of Oz. I went way off on a tangent on that. I'm sorry. But dang it, you all were there with me, right? Well, at least Milligan was. Yes, she did catch fire several times, actually. And then her stunt girl caught fire, too. I think I'm going to color her eyes next. Do you have any Christmas movie watching traditions? I mean, we watch Christmas Vacation, but we watch it on Thanksgiving. That's our tradition. Yay, Tiffany, you're still with me. But do y'all watch any specific Christmas movies? Oh my gosh. Ew. I don't care for Elf. I would like the movie a lot more if it wasn't Will Ferrell. But also, Will Ferrell is perfect for that role. So, I'm really conflicted. Although, Tiffany, did you watch Candy Cane Lane yet? Elf is your favorite? Linda. Will Ferrell's your favorite. Look, there we are, Tiffany. There it is. There's the difference. Okay, watch Candy Cane Lane. It'll crack you up. Number one, I love Eddie Murphy. So, I mean, it's not the same Eddie Murphy that we're used to from growing up. But, you know, what else? But when Santa comes in that movie, Santa is black in that movie. And the very first thing, like, he pulls up in this, like, super hot rod sleigh and everything. And it's like this, yeah, whatever. So it's like this super shocking entrance for Santa. And all anybody can say is, whoa, Santa's black? And it's just such an Eddie Murphy type thing to do. It cracks me up. Oh my God, Step Brothers. Barry's always quoting Step Brothers. He said, in my craft room, what he's gonna do, this is for real, Tiffany. He says, in my craft room, what he's gonna do is he's gonna grab a couple of 2x4s. Actually, he said that since Tiffany, yeah, he should watch it. He said that since he likes Sandy, he'll use 2x6s. But I digress. And some plywood, and he's going to build Sandy a loft bed, a bunk bed, over the top of my craft desk. He's like, you know, just like they did in Step Brothers. I'm like, oh, sweet Lord. Poor Sandy. It does leave a lot more room for activities. It's exactly what he says. It leaves so much more room for activities. I'm like, oh, no, babe, no. You can come watch Will Ferrell movies. You and Linda can come watch Will Ferrell movies with my husband. Do it. Poor Sandy. She crawls into bed and she'll fall. All right. Here's my little girl. Should her boots match her dress or should they be black? That's what I would need to know. Linda's all in. Linda likes watching movies here because she gets to cuddle with Archie. Her boots should match her dress. That's what we're in for. All right. Archie would cuddle with you right now, Linda, because I just got him groomed. And so his hair's all short. So he's cold. Tiffany, you can bring your dog, and that way you can cuddle too. Although for the life of me, I can't remember her name right now. Yes! Glitter wings. Zoe. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. It's not like it's a super difficult name to remember. My brain just isn't functioning. I have Christmas vacation brain right now. My kid's finally done with all of his final exams. Well, not finals, midterms. You love Christmas break. Whose? What do you mean, whose, Milligan? Whose? I don't remember your puppy's names either. You have 2 doggies, don't you, Milligan? She has cute little white fluffy doggies like yours, Tiffany. Oh, you get to sleep in. Hooray. My kid's old enough. I don't have to get up with him. Oh, excuse me, to go to school anymore. He's finally self-sufficient. Zoe's cousins. Oh, they got groomed too? What are their names, Milligan? I'm sorry. I'm not remembering everybody's doggy names tonight. Which is weird for me because I generally remember all the doggy names because, you know, dogs are important. I think I tend to remember them more when I meet them. Once I meet the dog, then it's like forever ingrained in my brain. And Milligan leaves hers at home. She has 2, so they keep each other company. Kelly and Sophie. Oh, I have no idea. I just know that I got that because my husband asked me. Well, that's a lie. I do have some idea. I know that I got a book from one of the girls that is the on the Morbid podcast, Elena Berkowitz. Not Berkowitz, Elena, shoot, the heck is her last name? Anyways, she wrote The Butcher and the Wren. So, I know I'm getting that book. Which I'm super duper excited about. Can't wait to read it. My computer screen went dark. Loving this outfit. Thanks. Okay, Milligan. I don't know where she went, but she's gonna be right back. What's Santa bringing you, Tiff? Disney Dreamlight Valley? She's totally gonna have black laces in these boots, though. Like, for real black laces. She got me. Treat yourself. I got all quiet. Some nice clothes and an espresso maker. From Crate and Barrel. Oh, dang. Oh, it's the end of the shop for me there. That sounds amazing. Nespresso is what Carrie Boucher and I call rich bitch coffee. Oh my gosh, I'm coming to visit. Girl, you're making me some coffee and some sort of yummy breakfast pastry. We'd have so much fun. We wouldn't even leave your apartment at all. No need to. Watch movies and craft and drink coffee, and there ain't no need to go experience Chicago. Ain't nobody got time for that. Right? You see it enough when you have to go out to work. You don't need... You're on vacay in May and November. Well, November's my birthday, so... Okay. We'd have to tell your mama, because she'd want to come visit. Because I'm her favorite cracker. We're doing a couple of retreats this year, yes. I just don't know off the top of my head when and where. She's free. Oh, yeah. Linda, are you back in Texas yet? you're back. Yay! Made me wonder if you were back in Texas yet. Speaking of being retired and being able to go wherever you want to go, whenever you want to go there. Well, there will be online retreats. You are back in Texas? Hooray! Are you so happy? You guys, I have talked like zero about coloring, but I'm sure you guys will forgive me, right? You got back on Monday night. Oh, I bet it's so nice to be home. You've been gone forever. I know, isn't she just adorable? Trying to figure out these shoelaces with my old eyeballs here. Okay, here's a question for y'all. Has anybody had to fire their hairdresser before? So, I'm just not digging her anymore. Not that she's doing a bad job, because she's not. I'm just not liking the vibe. And I've been friends with her for like a super duper long time. But I just don't want to go there anymore. And in fact, that's why I have braids. And in fact, I've already gone to somebody new. But I'm afraid she's going to see it on Instagram or something. I don't have a problem with her at all. I just don't like the direction of the salon. And I don't like the direction of like where she's going, and I don't like some of the things she's doing. So do I just not say anything and just disappear? Or what? I don't know. I'm so confused. Okay, so these wings. Having a really hard time deciding on these wings, but I guess I should get to it. Well, Tiffany, I don't think braids are going to work for me. But don't you still have to go to someone to get them done? I mean, your hair always looks professionally done. Are you telling me you do that yourself? I always have a backup. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I just could be honest, but I don't know if I should be like calling her and saying, hey, I'm not going to come anymore, or if I should just wait until she's like, hey, it's time to make your next appointment. And be like, sorry. I don't have a problem being honest with her and telling her that I'm not digging it. But at the same time, I really don't want to hurt her feelings, because, I mean, what if the mood passes and I want to go back? I don't want to burn any bridges or anything. And like I said, I genuinely feel like, we're friends. I mean, she's been doing my hair for, good Lord, like 15 years. Yes, agreed. Just wait till she comes to me. I'm just afraid that she's gonna see like a picture of me on social media or something, because she's a social media friend as well. And she's gonna be like, whoa, what happened? But I suppose in her line of work that she's sort of used to seeing clients get stuff done. And it's not like I've never gone anywhere else and then come back to her, because I have. But, she's super sweet. Just tell her I'm taking a break. Yeah, that might be the way to go. I might just say, hey, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go a different direction for a little bit. Thank you for everything. And I'll most likely be back. Don't be a stranger. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, she's exceedingly good at what she does. I will tell you that. But I just, I need change. I need some change in my life. That's how I can tell big things are going to happen in my world, because I'm like craving change. Not big changes, but like little changes. So whenever I get that way and I'm like, oh, I need to rearrange my craft room, and I need to rearrange my living room, and I need to change the decorations in my house, something's about to go down. Like something big's about to happen in my life. It's about to get real. That's true. With your nail girl? See, it's the same way, huh, Milligan? It's like you feel almost guilty about it, because small business and they rely on you. But at the same time, I know that I'll be replaced. Maybe she wants to get rid of me. Maybe she'll be relieved. You never know. I just try to think that, like, if I was in her shoes, like, what would I want my client to say or do? And that's what's hard. Yep, Milligan. Yep, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all, this little angel girl is so stinking cute. I wonder where Sandy is tonight. I know that she has visitors. So I'm sure she's preoccupied. We had our Sweet Sentiment Christmas party the other night. It was super fun. Since we're spread out all over the US and Canada, we did it on Teams. And we had done a Secret Santa exchange, so everybody opened their gifts, which was super fun. I got one of the coolest gifts ever. Sandy drew my name, which is super fun for me. I mean, in a Secret Santa gift exchange, when your bestie draws your name, I mean, come on, you guys, that's epic. She knew exactly everything that I wanted. Are you guys having fun watching this come together? I know I'm not even talking about coloring, but sometimes you just can't talk about coloring. Sometimes you gotta talk about everything else in the world besides coloring, right? So I think in my efforts of making her super duper girly, I'm gonna make this like a pale purple. Like a bluish purple. So I'm grabbing some BVs out. Yup. I know. You guys are sticking with me too. Love it. Thank you. It makes me happy. I always feel super weird when nobody's commenting, because then it feels like I'm talking to myself. Not that I don't talk to myself. And yes, we will make her wings sparkle. If you put her next to the one that Sandy colored the other night, or next to the one that I colored for release, she looks like so different. It looks like an entirely different stamp. But I do gotta tell you, like I said earlier, this new stamp company that we have, still in the United States, so all US products, but the quality of the photopolymer is just chef's kiss. It's amazing. Sparkle wings. And so when you guys get your new stamps from this release, you're going to be like, wow, that's awesome. Like, the other photopolymer was good. It was really good. But this stuff is amazing. I don't know what they did different. You did get your order today. Don't inhale too hard when you open it because there's definitely a different smell to this. This smells how photopolymer used to smell. So I don't know if they went back to the old way of manufacturing or what. But let me tell you, good stuff. It's amazing for stamping. And that's what I care about. Okay, so I like to make the little claws be like bones. Yeah, you do, Tiffany. The owl is so cute. And it actually, I was intimidated by it because I was afraid to color all those feathers. And it actually colors up so much easier than I thought. The amount of detail that Sandy put in it is just perfect. It colors up really fast. I was kind of intimidated by, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to color all of these feathers. And then I sat down and started coloring it, and I was like, whoa, this goes amazingly fast. So don't be intimidated, just color it, and you will see. Y'all, I have so many markers out on my desk. She's so cute. Isn't she so cute? I'm definitely gonna need my gold pen. Okay, so we're gonna color the stones that she's sitting on. I need a drink of water first. Okay, so I'm going to start by making a shadow underneath her. Under her hands and under her skirt. That sounded bad, but you know what I mean, shadow. Okay, this looks like it has like a lip right here. So we're gonna bump up the shadow on that some. Okay. I mean, Milligan, she is really cute. And I'm taking my sweet time coloring her. I mean, I am in no fast mood today. I feel like everything has been running on a snail's pace. So the other night, I had one of my seizures, a small one. But then I spent all day yesterday just kind of feeling like I got hit by a truck. Today I feel a lot better, but I feel like I'm in slow-mo. So I'm just taking my sweet time with everything and realizing, you know what? Doesn't really matter. I can take as much time or as little time as I want. Because it is not a life or death situation at this point. Coloring has not become a life or death situation. Right, you get to hang out with me longer. I like that there's actually people here hanging out with me. So thank you guys. It makes me feel really, really good. I wonder where Cheryl is. She's usually here this time of night. So I'm just kind of following the artist drawn lines, in this case the Sandy drawn lines, and adding the shadows in between these bricks. And I'm taking extra care to not make perfectly straight lines, because I want these to be like gothic, craggy old bricks. So I'm taking plenty of time to kind of make them the way I want them to be. And this is how I color when y'all aren't here. So Sandy usually always prepares for a live. Like, she's always like practices and stuff. And I mean, kudos for her, because I think that's awesome. I, however, you guys probably don't even need to know this. Probably already know it. You can probably guess it about me. I don't. When I go live, I'm usually deciding as I hit the live button or as I'm typing the description. That's when I decide what I'm going to color. So this girl I wanted to color since we released her, but my live got thwarted by a seizure, so I didn't get to color her. And then Sandy colored her, which I loved watching. I watched the replays of all of Sandy's videos the next morning with my coffee, so I watched every replay. And she was just so cute when Sandy colored her that then I was like, oh, well, I don't need to color her again right away. But then today when I was coloring that Annie Rodriguez image, I was like, oh, I want to color that Emo Fairy so bad in these colors. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to do it. You guys don't mind seeing the same image a couple of times in a couple different ways, right? Gives you ideas on different ways how to color her and different inspirations, and the way I color it might inspire you, or the way Sandy colors it might inspire you, or you might take both of them and then make a hybrid because you like the way both of us did it, so you want to do a combination. I just don't know. Not at all. That's right, Milligan. Just gives you more ideas, huh? I bet every single person on the design team could color this, all using the exact same colors. and they would all come out very different and inspire you all in some way or another. That's what's super, super, super cool about this industry and what we do, us as crafters. Oops, I forgot a little spot over here. I don't know if you guys can hear the fan in the background, but it's my little heater. It's freezing here in Idaho. Now, I'll probably finish coloring this out when I'm not live and color a background for her, because I used to do a lot of backgrounds and I feel like I've gotten away from that, and I want to do more backgrounds again. And especially since we got the new background stamp from Bailey, I am so inspired to do backgrounds again. So, it's 55 and rainy. It is 34 and rainy. And it's generally not rainy in Idaho, but we sure could use the precipitation, so I'm not really going to complain. I would rather rain than snow. That's just me. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to do a background of some sort or another on this. Milligan, yes, because you live in Southern California, where it's always perfect. So I'm going right over the top of even the darkest parts of these to kind of bleed that darker ink out. I don't want it to be like perfect lines. I want it to be super blurry and out of focus. So I'm re-wetting those, and then I'm just going into the lighter spots to kind of move them around. All right, now we're gonna use our pens and we're gonna have some funsies. 60s and dreary. Man. None of that sounds fun, y'all. None of it. Gave her a nose ring. There we go. Can't forget this band on this arm. She looks like a goddess with all of this golden. I'm even going to give her golden rivets on her boots. Look at that. Super duper fun. Okay. And then I have my glitter jelly roll. We're going to add some glitter into these wings. Now with these being kind of like dragon wings, I don't mind the striations in it. I think it gives it more texture, but normally I will touch the glitter like that. so that it gets rid of those lines. I'm not going to do that on this because I like all that texture. Oh my gosh, you guys, how cute is she? Look at all that glitter. So fun. Isn't she cute? I love her. I'm gonna make this little dot into a little heart so it looks more intentional. Like she has a little heart nose ring. I think it looks better that way. And then the one thing I feel like she is missing is some eyeliner. Because every good goth girl is a good friend of her eyeliner. And I feel like she uses a lighter and warms it up so it goes on more black. Y'all know what I'm talking about. There we go. What do you guys think? Super fun? I'm gonna make her into a birthday card for my birthday calendar. But I think that is everything for tonight, my friends. I think we are finished. So thanks for joining me. I sure appreciate it. We colored our sweet little Emo Fairy tonight. Look at how different she looks. Crazy, huh? How different she looks. Oh, you can't even really see her because of the light. There we go. Is that better? Now you can compare. Super fun, huh? All right, guys, I will see you all, I'm sure, tomorrow. I know, right, Milligan? And have a wonderful evening, and I will see you Christmas Eve. Doodles.